Y'all, I just bought a whole bunch of new accessories for my Model Y. I'm gonna give you my list of the things under $50 each product that you can get for your Model Y. You're gonna love it. You're probably gonna buy them all. Come check it out with me. Let's go. Sentry mode. I don't think it detects my phone. Let's go now? Mother. Embarrassing. Let's go. Ah! Howdy. Guess what today is? Today, I'm gonna save you some money. How, would you ask? Because knowing that you have a Tesla, you're not gonna stop spending money on that Tesla. You're gonna buy it stuff. You're gonna buy it all sorts of stuff. You're gonna buy all sorts of accessories. You're gonna test one thing out. You're gonna test another thing out. And I am here to give you a list of the best, the most useful items that you can actually get for your Tesla under $50.
$50 bills?
Guys! There's a hundred of them $50 bills!
That's right, under $50. I'm gonna give that all to you guys. Keep watching. Also, take note that I've actually purchased everything that I said in this video, and this is just kind of coming from my own style, my own recommendation, or what I thought is useful, and also what I thought is useless. But then again, hey, you might like it. Not everybody has the same style. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's move on to the first one. Okay, so for the first mod, we have something super simple. This mod is in place so that it helps grip your drink so your drink isn't splashing all over the place when you're driving. And it's actually called the cup slot limiter. I think the thing goes for like $9 and you really can't beat that price. It doesn't make your cup holder smaller. There are some that are out there where you're actually putting an insert into the cup holder. It just has like a spring grip on it, on your cup, so that it doesn't wiggle, it doesn't move all over the place. You'll figure it out once you go and order food and drinks to go and start putting your drinks in the drink holder, and then you're like, why is this drink moving all over the place? To not have to deal with any of that, you just buy this $9 mod. The install level for this should be 0 because it's that easy, but it's a level 1. If you can't install this, you probably have a gateway computer with like an AOL account. You should probably back up away from the Tesla because this is way out of your league, buddy. Way out of your league. Easy first mod. Let's get it out the door. Done. The second one that we have here is the hidden armrest compartment. It's very random and yet it's small. And I would use it for like emergency stuff, like maybe have an emergency credit card in there or emergency cash in there, an EpiPen, I don't know, why not? Nothing goes there anyway. If you lift up your armrest, there's like this big open space, like it's not gonna take up any space. You might as well put something there. Like I said, it could hold all sorts of money, credit cards, gift cards, protection. You know what kind of protection. PPE protection. Ha! The cost of this is only about $13. The install rating on this one is a 1-star. Super easy to install. It has some 3M tape that's on the side of it. You just take it off and keep on hitting it in there to make sure, like an old Nintendo machine, just like keep hitting it until it works. So next on the list are these aluminum pedals. They're basically aluminum pedal replacement covers for the ones that are already on there. Right now, there's not really any grip on your accelerator pedal, but this aluminum actually has some heavy-duty grip on it, so it's easier for you to grip whenever you're pressing on the pedal. These are about $16, and you actually don't need the foot stop, the third one, if you're gonna get the mats, and we'll talk about that on the next episode. So if you're planning on getting the mats, you don't have to find one that has 3 pieces. You only need the one that has the brake cover and the accelerator. So these are going to be about a level 2 install, and that's only because the accelerator pedal is very difficult to try to put on, and you're already in there at a weird angle anyway. So it took me like 15 minutes just to put the accelerator one on. I felt like a noob, like I've never modified a car before, you know what I mean? The brake one, super easy, just flop it over. All you have to do really is just read the instructions that came with it, and there's a certain way for you to put it on, and you'll figure it out. Looks a little bit cleaner. Alright, so the next thing on your list here is not an item that's made specifically for a Tesla, but it's something that I got on every car that I have, and it works wonders, and you're gonna thank me so much. It's called the drop stop. And I know you've heard of this before. Imagine sitting down and like having this happen. The Tesla has too much space like in between the seats. These are not as cheap looking as you're thinking that they are. I mean, look at mine. Like they're like a neoprene, and I believe you can get it in leather too, but I wouldn't get the leather one. I had the leather one before, but these are in neoprene and it looks really clean and it fits perfectly. It fits nicely on the sides of the seats, and even though it's made of a different material and it's not even leather, it still looks amazing. It still looks like it's a part of the car, and it's definitely very effective. Like stuff will fall out of your pockets and it will hit that drop stop, and it won't go down the little rabbit hole. So you're gonna thank me later because it's such a easy item to buy, and it stays with your seat. Either if you're like moving the seat up or moving it back, it's gonna move along with the seat. It's not gonna scratch up your side, and it's very soft, and it looks and it feels so much sleeker than the actual leather ones that I actually had. So these actually run for about $20, $22 or so, and the install rating for this is a 1. Like it's super easy to install, you really can't mess it up. So there are multiple spots that are on your car that actually attract like dust and fingerprints and stuff, and this accessory here is going to help out with that. And as you guessed it, it's actually the touchscreen monitor that's right in front of your car. It's a matte screen protector. As glossy as it is and how it collects so many fingerprints and dust, I immediately had to purchase this. This is the first thing that I bought for the car. So this also will help you reduce like glare of the sun that's coming through the sides and stuff. It keeps the glare out, but then it also keeps your screen clean, you know, like when you're going late night to like Popeyes to get some of that delicious chicken, and you're like licking in on your fingers and you're like trying to touch it, and then you got these greasy fingers with their delicious chicken sandwich.
Chicken!
Actually, you should be eating in your Tesla anyway. So installing this was a bit trickier than I thought because of how many air bubbles you're gonna see along the way, but be a little patient with it. Try to install it. Even if you get air bubbles, you can still peel it a little bit. Use your hands to try to get the air bubbles out. Installing it was a little bit trickier than I thought, but it's not crazy hard. Pretend like this is the screen, and you don't actually want to put it on like this and then down. You actually want to take it flat and just put it flat on there and just wipe off all the air bubbles. What sides to install, it'll give you a squeegee and all that stuff, so you'll be fine with it. The cost of these can vary between $19 to like $40, but honestly the one I'm gonna link to you guys works perfectly fine. I don't have any response issues as far as like touch. Get one for your car, get whichever one you want. Just get something for your car, and you're gonna have to make sure that you clean and wipe it all down. It will give you instructions on how to install it, but this is gonna be a level 2 install just because air bubbles suck. Next on the accessory list is the Taptes. The Taptes, is that how you say it? Taptes? I call it the Taptes. So next on the list is the Taptes USB hub. This is for the front console. Underneath where your phone is charging, you should have 2 USB plugs. This is going to give you 5 plugs total. One of those 5 USB ports is going to be for a hidden compartment for your USB flash drive that's for your Sentry mode. You can never have too many ports, I say. But it's a very snug fit for it, and you have to follow the instructions of how to install it. Now this thing is about $25. I'm gonna rate this as a level 2 install just because it takes a little bit of time to try to like find the holes so that you can push it in and get it installed. I do like this one. I connect a lot of things to the USB. I connect 3 of the accessories that are on this list into this hub itself. So it is definitely something that you need, and it is definitely something that would help you out if you do start building up an accessories list for your car. Next on the list here is number 7. This is going to be the center console wrap. The glossy black material that comes standard on the Tesla is real pretty to look at. You probably shouldn't touch it, and everybody complains about it. basically like an ex-girlfriend of mine. The glossy plastic that comes stock is known for collecting like fingerprints, dust as well. This is the second thing that collects a lot of fingerprints and dust. So you could do two things in here. You could fix that solution, and then on top of that, you'll be able to create a unique statement in your car that says, hey, this is my car, this is kind of how I want to style it. And you could do all that by buying the center console wrap and then just wrap it yourself. So they have all sorts of like different color wraps that you can get. You can get brushed aluminum, brushed black aluminum, you can get carbon fiber, you can get texture carbon fiber, you can get matrix black, satin black, you can get black matte, you can get white matte, you can get Asian matte. With this wrap, you can upgrade the feel of your luxury car. You will find other things to wrap, like your door handles, your light switches, your steering wheel parts, your front dash. Just do whatever makes sense to you, your style, your car. If you just wrap that center console just to start off with, that kind of sets the mood for you, and then you kind of go off of that. Sometimes less is better, so don't go crazy wrapping everything. I went with the carbon fiber one, and that's the only part that I have carbon fiber wrapping. Everything else looks great the way it is. It's just black, you know, the windows, the steering wheel is still black. I'm not gonna do any of those. I just wanted the center console. I'm good with the simple and clean. It's so nice with the carbon fiber, you can actually feel the texture in the carbon fiber as well. The cost of the wrap setup is anywhere between $35 to $40, just depending upon like what color, what material you get. The install level for this one is pretty difficult. I'm gonna say this is probably about a level 3. The cool thing about this product is once you put it down and you mess up, you can just peel it right back up, kind of do so again. You have a few times that you can actually do that. Don't do it like 30 times. Obviously, you're gonna lose the stick. Give yourself about 45 minutes to an hour to install for the people that have never installed vinyl before, and about 15 minutes to 20 minutes for the MAGBAKs that are in the house. See what I did there? MAGBAK. So the thing is, my employees used to call me MAGBAK because I would always just come up with like ways to make things work by like rigging things, and I did it so much that the name just kind of stuck. Kind of funny. If you're enjoying this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I love you. I love you. No, I love you. So next on the list, I actually did a video about, and you can find the link to the video right over here, that will be more specific just on that matter. What futuristic luxury car comes without sexy lighting? You guessed it, our Teslas do. So what we need to do is we need to kind of liven it up just a little bit. The cool thing is you have the ability to turn on and off the ambient lighting that's in the footwell in the driver and passenger seat with the tap of the screen. So now how can we customize this to you? You just pick your favorite color and you literally replace the lighting with LED color of your choice. Just depending upon how much you want. There's a bunch of different places that you can actually change out the lights, like the driver's seat, footwell, the passenger's footwell. You can do it in the glove compartment. Also under the armrest, there's another bulb there that you can swap out. And then the other 4 places are underneath the doors. Whenever you open the doors, you'll see the puddle lights that will shine on the floor. So there's a total of 8 spots. Generally, whenever you buy the lights for these, they come in sets of 4. So if you want to do all 8 spots, then you just have to buy 2 sets of lights. If you want to go to my video and look, you can kind of see how I did it, the consistency of lighting or blue. Mine, you can also see that. I had to buy 2 sets because there were 6 spots that I wanted to change out, so I needed 6 lights. So these run about $35 to $40 for a set of 4, and you could get them directly on Amazon. There's other websites that sell them. I also did buy the more expensive ones from other Tesla shops, and they're pretty much the exact same quality, exact same brightness output. I didn't see any differences between them, so save yourself some money and get it off of Amazon, and I'll put the link in the descriptions. The install rating for this is a 1 star. It's super easy. All you need is a flathead screwdriver to kind of pry it out. Be subtle with it. You don't want to go crazy with it, but enjoy it. It's fun. So So since we're still stuck on the same subject of LED lights, the next accessory is actually gonna accent your lighting. And with saying that, we're gonna be talking about the fiber cable lining kit. So look at the video that I just did with my LED lighting in the car. You can see how I lined it up. However, I actually just did an update recently because I wasn't happy with the wires just sitting inside of my armrest. The way that you power it, the adapter that they actually give you goes into the cigarette lighter. And because I didn't want that module sitting in the armrest, what I did was I removed the back AC vent, took the module, I put everything inside that AC on top of the vent. There's a little bit of room, just enough for you to put this module so that it's out of the way. Now you're gonna ask, how did I power it? I used I believe a 3-foot or 4-foot long USB to barrel jack adapter. I drilled a little hole on the side. You can remove that side panel off, and I drilled a little hole to where I put the barrel jack in, and I basically ran that line all the way to the front to the USB hub and drilled another hole so that I can put the USB right through there. And I actually used that same hole for another accessory that you'll hear here in a second. And with doing that, now I have my armrest completely free. It just looks very clean. The fibers are actually going inside of the middle console in the armrest. You can see it here in this video. It's really cool. Now this kit was about $40, and the install rating, I would give it about a 2 if you want to go the normal route. The normal route meaning you're going to line it up on the center console and you're just going to throw everything right into the armrest and use the cigarette lighter. Or you could do it how I did, and that's remove the AC unit in the back seats plus the module there, drill a couple of small holes for the fiber and another hole for the USB barrel to go into the module and to wire into the USB hub. You could do that route as well. That's gonna be rating of 3 stars because it's a little bit more work just to make it a little bit cleaner. The cool thing with these LED lights are it has 5 pods that you can light up. So with me using 2 pods for the lining on the front console, I used 2 more pods to actually go down and light the wells underneath the seats so it shines blue. And then you have an extra one where you could pretty much do anything with that. I just chopped it off because I didn't want to go too crazy with it. Alright, next item on the list here, I think this is number 10. You're definitely going to need a USB for Sentry mode. The one that I'm going to recommend here is perfect because it's so small. It will fit in there. It'll be hard to see. It'll be hard for babes to try to like figure out where it is. You can get anywhere from 128 to 256 gigabytes. The speed on this is about 300 megabytes, whereas the one that Tesla recommended is actually 100 megabytes. So the speed is much faster than the one that they actually recommend. It's small, yet it packs a punch. And this thing costs about $19 for the 128 and about $38 for the 256. So the install rating for this is obviously a 1. You just kind of plug it in and you're good to go. That's it. So this is the last item that's on the list. This is one of my favorites. I just got this and I use it all the time. And the funny thing is the Tesla already has a phone holder, but I just didn't like it being down there so low because I'm always curious, so I'm always looking down. So I need something that's right at eye level almost, or that's right up top so that I don't take my eyes away from the street. It puts your phone right next to the steering wheel. I know that sounds kind of weird because you're looking at your phone. You should be looking at the street, but be responsible. Don't text and drive. I just like my phone to be there. If this is gonna be up there, just be responsible, guys. It has an automatic clamp, so when you put your phone on it, it automatically clamps. And then it has sensors on each side to where you can touch it with your bottom fingers and it will pop open for you to take out. But you know, just be responsible. It attaches itself to a mode that sits on top of the display monitors, and it's very, very snug. It does not shake while it's on there. Now, the phone holder kind of vibrates just a little bit, but not enough for it to be any kind of issues. You can also rotate it to be landscape or portrait. It also has a holder for you to put like sunglasses or whatever. I put my parking garage sensor in there. My parking garage sensor is on a plastic card and I just kind of drop it in there. That way it sees it, and if I ever need to let my friends out, I take the card out and I go use it on my friend's card to let them out of my complex so they don't get charged. Why? because my garage charges money per hour. So when my friends come over and leave, I just go and swipe for them without paying. I'm here to save you money. Anyway, this thing is right at the cusp of $50. It's $49. I love it. It looks like it fits a ton of different phones. It's definitely made for me. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed my list of 11 useful accessories for your Tesla under 50 bucks. Honestly, I think that they're worth it. If you have any accessories that you think should be on this list, comment down below. Let me take a look at it and I might just buy it for myself and see what happens. Stay tuned next week where I'm going to show you a few accessories for you to stay away from. So you're not going to want to miss this. I'll see you then. Bye! Don't forget to subscribe.